Before she broke you, there were signs. Welcome to Manhood 02, where we study the patterns and break the cycle. Greater than you thought she was different. Greater than she smiled like a dream. Greater than she listened, laughed, leaned into you. Greater than but something didn't feel right. Greater than something you ignored until it shattered your peace. Greater than most men don't fail because they're weak. Greater than they fail because they trusted the wrong woman. Greater than these are the 10 red flags you keep ignoring. Greater than, and if you don't wake up now, greater than you won't just lose love. Greater than you'll lose yourself. 1. She needs constant attention. Greater than she wakes up and posts a selfie before even brushing her teeth. Greater than the likes matter more than the moment. Greater than the DMs. A dopamine hit she needs like air. Greater than you think your love will ground her. Greater than but to her, you're just one of many plugs powering her ego. Greater than, and when your attention fades. Greater than she finds someone else. Greater than because she was never looking for connection. Greater than she was chasing validation. 2. She's always the victim. Greater than every breakup she had. The man was toxic. Greater than every friend she lost. Jealous. Greater than every job she quit. Unfair. Greater than if every story ends with her in the right and the world in the wrong. Greater than you're not dealing with a person. Greater than you're dealing with a narrative addict. Greater than she doesn't want truth. Greater than she wants control of the story. Greater than even if it means turning you into the villain. 3. She uses intimacy as a weapon. Greater than she knows what you want. Greater than, and she controls it. Greater than argue with her. She goes cold. Greater than don't do what she says. Suddenly, she's not in the mood. Greater than this isn't love. Greater than this is psychological warfare disguised as femininity. Greater than intimacy should bond, not punish. Greater than but with her, it's a game. Greater than, and the rules always change. 4. She disrespects men as a whole. Greater than she claims she wants a real man. Greater than but listen closely. Greater than she disrespects every male figure in her life. Greater than her dad. Weak. Greater than her ex. Crazy. Greater than her male friends. Clueless. Greater than a woman who speaks of men with contempt. Greater than will eventually speak of you the same way. Greater than no one is exempt from her projection. 5. She has no real female friends. Greater than she says she just gets along better with guys. Greater than but ask yourself, why? Greater than because women see through her. Greater than they've felt the betrayal, the drama, the manipulation. Greater than if no woman can stand her. Greater than why do you think she'll treat you any better? 6. She flirts publicly. Greater than she says she's just friendly. Greater than you say she's loyal. Greater than but your gut says something's off. Greater than she talks about being wild in college. Greater than still texts old flings. Greater than keeps her DMs open and forgets to tell you. Greater than brother, this isn't chemistry. Greater than it's chaos with lip gloss. 7. She thrives on drama. Greater than you think this is passion. Greater than that this chaos is just her being emotional. Greater than wrong. Greater than she's addicted to emotional turbulence. Greater than if things get calm, she'll self-sabotage. Greater than you're not her peace. Greater than you're her punching bag and her therapy. Rolled into one. 8. She's financially reckless. Greater than she flexes designer bags, but rents a room. Greater than her idea of self-care. Spending money she doesn't have. Greater than if she can't manage her money. Greater than she won't manage her future. Greater than a relationship is a partnership. Greater than but if she brings only a lifestyle and no legacy. Greater than you're the only one investing. 9. She bashes all her exes. Greater than her stories sound convincing. Greater than all her exes were narcissists, liars, cheaters. Greater than but here's the truth. Greater than a woman who learns from pain grows quieter. Greater than a woman who avoids it grows louder. Greater than if every man was the monster. Greater than maybe she was the storm. 10. You feel drained, not empowered. Greater than you laugh less. Greater than you sleep worse. Greater than you doubt yourself constantly, but can't explain why. Greater than she doesn't yell or hit. Greater than but somehow she's taken everything from you. Greater than your clarity, your confidence, your fire. Greater than a good woman feeds your mission. Greater than a red flag drains it silently. Greater than most red flags aren't bright. Greater than they're quiet. Greater than but your soul notices before your mind does. Greater than stop ignoring what you feel. Greater than stop explaining away the damage. Greater than protect your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. Greater than subscribe to Manhood 02. Greater than for the truths no one tells you until it's too late.